What's up, everybody? This is Jacob, and welcome to Tilt Arcade. Just want to give a special thanks for all you folks who are watching tonight. I know you could be watching any video, but you chose to watch with us. So thank you guys very, very much. Today in Tilt Arcade, we're going to be playing Teppen. Now, typically, I actually start us off where the home screen is, but I thought I would kind of save us in some of the load time. After pressing the start button from home, you have a little bit of a delay with the load time, and I thought I would just jump right into the gameplay. All right, so let's check this out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started by going to the shop. I know that I think we can unlock, or we can actually earn some cards here. Let me see. Can we? Yeah, as a matter of fact, we do have a coupon here where we can get 6 cards. Let's go ahead and cash that in. Alright, let me just go ahead and spin this, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, this is cool. So I'm glad I actually recorded this when this happened. Anytime that little like slit or dimension kind of opens up and an additional card comes up. So as you can see, rather than having the 6 usual cards, I have this one white card that's all the way to the far right. That is what's called a secret card. We'll go ahead and open that last, kind of build up the suspense a little bit. Let's see what we got. Okay. Alright. Alrighty guys, in the moment of truth, what are we going to get for a secret card? Okay, that's cool. Actually, I think I already have Chris Redfield, but that's pretty awesome. Cool deal. Alright, let's go ahead and touch screen to continue. Yeah, so I thought as much. I already have the secret card Chris Redfield, but that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check this out. Anytime you get a card, you'll notice that sometimes, if you ever wonder that, if you get a card and it says that it's a new card even when it's not, what you might notice is this kind of like a shimmering kind of effect going across the card, almost as if it's a hologram card. And that's kind of just an additional kind of, I guess, collector type card or what have you. But this is the card is Chris Redfield. He is a human tribe. And his effects are, for victory, he gains +3 health. While on the field, gives victory. So let's go ahead and press on victory. Triggered when defeating an enemy unit with an attack or a counter. Oh, that's cool. He gains 2 attack and 2 defense to friendly green units other than self. So actually, this is a pretty awesome card to have in your deck. So 2 things happen when this card defeats another card. One, he gains 3 additional health points, and every other green card gains 2 attack and 2 defense. That's why actually it kind of helps that you'll notice that when you play against opponents, or you'll find that most people will stick to a particular kind of theme, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. Go ahead and exit out of that. Let me just go ahead and scroll down here. See, here's an example here of another hologram card or holographic card or whatever you call it. I'm just going to go ahead and press on this. This is called the Claw Cutter. See, I already have this card, and I said that it's new, but I didn't have this version of the card. So this changes an enemy's unit attack to -3, effective for 1 attack. So this is a really good card to play when someone has kind of like somewhat of like an OP kind of card out there. You can kind of bring it down just a tad bit by playing this card. Okay, pretty cool. I got 1 crow, 1 hunter, 1 prototype tyrant. Yeah, look at this prototype tyrant. Creature. One play gains 2 attack, 2 defense if your hero's life is 10 or less. Oh, okay, so actually this card is actually kind of a neat card to play when you're kind of, I guess, against the ropes and your hero is kind of down to like 10 or below. The Hunter, when played, sacrifices 3 life. See, I'm not really a big fan of these kind of effects when you get a card like that. I don't typically play with these kind of cards. I mean, I know he's got an attack of 4 and a defense of 7, and he costs 5 MP to play, but I don't particularly like playing cards that sacrifice life points of the hero unless there's going to be some other added effect, so I typically don't play cards like this. Here's the Hunter, here's a Crow. See, again, yeah, this is another one, the Crow. I mean, he does have flight, so flight, for those of you who don't know, if this card is up against another card and it's not a flight card or it does not defend against flight type cards, then this card gets to actually go right past the opponent's card and hit the hero's HP directly. But even still, when this card is played, it sacrifices 3 of your hero's life points. So again, this is not a card that I would actually have in my deck. So we got some common cards. Force Revival effects. Place a random unit in your graveyard onto the field with 1 additional attack and 1 additional defense. I guess that's pretty cool. That could come in handy, I guess. The only downside to this card, though, is that it costs 7 MP to actually play this card to activate it. Okay, so go ahead and confirm all of that. And yeah, so that's all the cards that I can actually get. I'm going to go ahead and go back. And what I was referring to when I actually talked about that Chris Redfield card, Chris Redfield is a kind of like a green card. It's kind of funny, green card, right? Not that kind of green card, but the green decks are kind of more like your defensive deck. A lot of the effects have to deal with actually adding shield, which will block one opponent's attack, or increasing either another unit's HP or increasing your hero's HP. So let me just show you that really quickly. Going to cards, going to edit deck. See, so who do we have as a green type hero? We have X. The X deck is a green type hero. And Chun-Li is also another green type hero. So you would want to have a card like Chris Redfield in either an X deck or a Chun-Li deck. And the reason why you probably wouldn't have it in any other kind of deck is because of the effect where it gives additional like health and defense to other green units. If you have it in a deck that's like a fire deck or kind of like a purple deck, it's just not going to have that kind of additional benefits for the other cards that you have available. Apologize, guys. I know speak of the English very well tonight. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go back. One thing that I did want to cover today, and at first when I actually started playing this game, I had no clue as to exactly what this was. There's, you get the ability or to actually earn coins to buy cards. And there's also jewels to actually buy cards and also to buy season passes. But there was another thing that they had here, another unit. And let me go ahead and show you, going back to the card pack. No, that's not it. Let me see where I can show you where it is. Maybe they have some in the missions here. Let me go ahead and load them up. It's what's called soul, and you get to like earn soul. So I guess like pieces of soul or souls, or I don't even know what you really want to call it, but you can. Yeah, here we go. So the third one down. For this one, if you win 70 player battles, you'll get 80 soul. So there's various different like ways you can actually earn soul. And at first I had no clue as to what you did with souls. I thought maybe it was to kind of like level up your hero or what have you. But it turns out that souls are actually used to duplicate, or I guess replicate, cards. So if you have a card that you like a lot and you're like, man, you know what? I really wish I had another one of these cards to play in my deck. Well, you can actually use souls to actually create more cards. And let me show you how that works. So I'm going to go to cards. I'm going to go to view craft card. And you can do that with the cards that you already own. But here's where I was kind of on the fence with this about the whole soul thing. And the reason why I was on the fence is because part of the whole like great appeal of actually playing a card game is the thrill of actually, you know, getting additional cards, winning additional cards, and never knowing what you're really going to get, right? So it kind of adds to the challenge of putting the deck together and pitting your deck against other opponents. But let me go ahead and, you know, you can do that with one of the cards that you already own, or if you select all above, you can do that even with cards that you haven't earned yet. And you can't do that with all the cards, like you can't do that with like the core deck, but you can do that with the additional deck that they have. And let me just show you. So say for example, let me find a card that maybe I want to duplicate. You know what, I'll go with the deck that I'm actually going to be playing with. Let me see, Chainfire. Okay, and this is a primary example right here, Chainfire. This is Fei Long from Street Fighter, and so let me see if I can find out what kind of card he is. He's a core card, so you can only do that with core cards, but you can't do that with basic cards, I think. He's an action type card. All right, so let me go ahead and take a look at what this does. The effects are deals X damage to an enemy unit, where X is the number of times Chainfire was used in the battle, plus 4. So this is, I guess, kind of interesting. So deals X damage to an enemy unit, where X is the number of times Chainfire was used in the battle. So I don't know if this immediately takes effect the first time you use it, if that counts as 1. So for example, if it does... maybe the first time it only actually does like 4 damage, right? But like, let's say if you have more than one of these cards and you've played one already and you play it again, so I guess that would be kind of like times. So like if I played it twice, plus 4, so maybe that would be like 8 attack points or something like that. So I have the option to actually buy this card by actually spending 800 souls. I have 860 souls, so I can actually create this card. So even though I have never actually earned this card, I had the option to create it. So that's kind of where I was like, well, you know, I mean, what's the point of even waiting to actually, you know, randomly get any cards or earning any of the cards when I can pretty much buy a card when I want. Now, if they have the card already, and let's say it's a card that I don't really want, then I can actually reap the card and actually earn 200 souls for actually reaping it. Pretty much means destroying the card and exchanging it for souls. So it costs more to create, and you gain less to destroy it and reap it. So there's that. I don't think I'm really going to do that card though. Let me go ahead and kind of narrow it down. You can kind of filter the cards that you want. And I'm going to go ahead and see if there's a card that I really want to use or actually create. And hopefully I can afford to actually get it with the souls I have. Let's see. What about Vile? What is Vile doing? Is a machine type. While in the field, your maximum MP is now -2. I don't know why I would want to play a card like this. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't seem hardly worth it to play that. Okay, let's look at the T02002 Tyrant. He costs also 800 as well. Oh wow, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, this is definitely a card that I'm gonna create here. So he's the Tyrant tribe creature. So death, when this card is destroyed, destroys all units with 1 attack or less. So, this is kind of cool and kind of bad though at the same time, because if I have cards on my side that are 1 or less, it might actually destroy those cards as well. Revenge, he gains 8 additional health points. So let me see. When if it goes back to your deck instead of the graveyard. You know what? Okay, I think I am going to try this here. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and create this. So I'm going to go ahead and craft it. See, it says use souls to craft this card. A deck can contain up to 3 of the same card and 1 of each legendary. So let's go ahead and craft it. I spent 800 soul, and voila, there you are. Now I have this card that I can actually add to any of my dark decks. So that's actually pretty cool. Alright, yeah, that's cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and go back. Oh, let's take a look at this Bison card. That's pretty cool. Death gives a unit that costs 5 MP or less in your graveyard at +2/+2 and returns the unit into the extra pocket. That's pretty cool. The downside to this card though is it costs 10 MP to play. So you pretty much have to have your entire MP meter full to play this card. So, you know, it's kind of the downside of that. Legend Eater Nergigante. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. It's a tribe monster. The effects are removes 10 cards from your deck and gains +5/+10. So his thing would become an attack of 5 and health points of 11. And he costs 7 MP to play. Wow, look at how much like it costs to craft this guy. 3,200 souls. And you only get 800 if you reap a card like that. What did M. Bison cost? M. Bison only costs 800. Okay. So maybe that Legend Eater is actually kind of, I think, well, probably a legendary card. Alright, let's go ahead and go back. So that's souls. Let me know what your thoughts are about this feature. If whether or not you like it, if you use it, what your thoughts about it. I guess on the plus side, I mean, if you've played the game enough, you'll find that after a while you start to get the same cards over and over and over again. And, you know, that gets kind of tiring, and maybe you want to actually get the cards that you haven't gotten before, and this is actually an excellent way to do it. So yeah, that's one thing you can definitely do. Alright, let's go ahead and exit out of that. So I'm actually going to be playing a game now. I'm going to be playing with Nergigante. So if I'm saying that right, which I think I am, at least that's how it looks like it's spelled out. If I'm not, you know, just make sure to kind of, you know, leave me a comment, let me know, well, how exactly do you pronounce this guy's name? Anyway, he is a dark deck, which is kind of like I want to say like a necromancy type card. You have to kind of be careful when playing a deck like this, because a lot of the cards' effects come with the price of sacrificing the hero's HP. And if you're not familiar with what the cards do, it could easily be kind of like a self-defeating kind of thing. But I'm going to go ahead and play with this card here. I'm going to go to battle. Currently, I am ranked D5, and I have 2 stars. And apparently there's 23 hours and 16 minutes left until I guess this season actually passes. So let me go ahead and just go into a match. I'm going to be playing with this card here. Oh, actually, no, wait. I wanted to add that Tyrant card. Let me see. Who can I remove? Let me find that card first. Alright. Here we go. Here he is, the T002 Tyrant. Let me go ahead and find a card that I don't really want in my deck, and I'll swap him out. So he costs about 6 MP to play. So I think I'm probably going to take out one of my other cards that cost a lot. Maybe this guy. What does he do? He has Rush and he has a Victory of Gain +2 attack. That's actually pretty cool, but you know what? Let me just go ahead and I'll swap him out. So I'll take him out of play, and I'll bring the Tyrant into play. What does this card do? Shit, if I forget. Creature or Revenge gains +2 attack, +3 HP. No. I guess that's kind of cool though. Maybe I can fit him in some way. What else do I got? Let's see. I had Edge to Ambition, Wesker. When placed on the field, loses attack and HP equal to the hero's life. So this is kind of like a contingency card. So he actually doesn't, I mean, I know he seems like a very OP card at 17 attack and 17 defense, but as the effects actually play out, the worse your hero is, the better this card is. So this is kind of like a trump card to play. Otherwise, if your hero's HP is too high, it's going to take probably the majority of that card's health points away. So you know what, I think maybe I'll take Wesker out and I will put one Seth card in. Who else do I have? Val has it. He has Flight. No, I think I'm okay with that card as it is. Yeah, I think so. I think that's cool. But what does a Proto Tyrant do? Gains +2/+2 if your hero's life is 10 or less. So that's another contingency card. What about the Griffin? The Griffin merely has Flight. 3 attack, 6 HP. Where our guy has 3 attack and 6 HP. And he costs 7. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take him out and put in a Griffin because the Griffin does the same thing. And it costs 1 less MP to play. So let me go ahead and make that swap. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and quit the deck editor. And let me just see. And let me just go ahead and scroll down, make sure all those cards are actually, yep, okay, so all those cards changed. Let me go ahead and quit, and I'm going to go ahead and start a battle. Alright guys, let's do it. The load time in this game can kind of be a little long, but it's okay, you get kind of used to it. Alright, so I'm up against another D5 ranked player, and they are playing with Morgan. Cool, let's do it.
I'll take good care of you.
Go ahead and play Cerberus first. See what our opponent does. They played a Flight card. It's not going to be able to block theirs. So you see my card, my hero is automatically taking damage. That's okay. Oh, another Flight card. I should have maybe just played that card without playing the other one. Well, at least I got rid of that card.
Give and take.
Play a zombie card.
Where do you think you're going?
Play my hero art.
Naughty, naughty.
So my opponent has a lot of like flight decks. Flight cards, I mean.
Love is a game of give and take.
This is a pretty close match.
Try harder.
Yeah, that creates halt on a card.
Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve. Where do you think you're going?
I don't know, guys. This looks like the game that I'm probably gonna... Well, let's see what happens. Let's just... Right? Never know.
Love is a game of give and take. Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve.
Oh, very nice. Okay. At the last minute, they destroyed my card. And actually, just as their opponent's card was coming in for an attack, that was pretty stealthy, but nicely played, nicely played. So that was actually a pretty close match. They beat me, and I left them with about 9 HP. Notice what happened to my rank. When I lost that match, I lost a star. So originally, when I first started playing the game, I had 2 stars, but then I got beaten this time around, and I lost a star. And let's say if I actually played another game, and let's say I lost again, I would lose another star. But if I played again after that and I lost, I wouldn't go back to like D6. I would remain D5. So it stays at that minimum rank until you go all the way. But then on the other side, on the flip side, if I actually filled all these stars up and then won my 5th game, then I would be promoted to D4, and then D3, and then D2, and then D1, and then to the next letter. Alright, so okay, this is telling me that at level 16, I'll actually earn a Dragon of Ruin times 2. Alright. Let's see. I got 120 Zenny for that, and I did that for play 50 unit cards. Okay, so looking back on how that battle actually went down, that was actually pretty close battle, so I think that maybe I can make a few tweaks here and there on that deck, but overall it's actually not a bad deck. It actually performed really well. I was really happy with it, so no complaints there. You can't win every match, right? Let me go ahead to my presents. It looks like I have a notification. That's the 120 Zenny that I earned. Alright, no more presents to claim. Alrighty guys, so that is our video for today. I hope you have been enjoying the content that I've been throwing out there. Please feel free to go ahead and leave me comments. Lots of comments would be greatly appreciated. Let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. I'll definitely be playing this game a lot more. As you can probably already tell, I'm actually kind of a fan of this game. But also I'm going to be reviewing other games, popular games, very highly ranked games on the Android market. But just because they're on the Android market, you will probably more than likely also find them on the iOS Apple stores as well. So no problems there. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for our video tonight. Make sure that you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then once you do, go ahead and hit that bell, the notification button, because that will go ahead and notify you when my next video is released. I try to put out a video every Monday and Thursday, and periodically I might be throwing in a bonus video as well throughout the week, so just stay tuned for that. And make sure to go ahead and smash that like button, so go ahead and let YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. Alrighty guys, peace.